and you'll find out what happened. Welcome back to Now in TTT. We have a great program in store for you. In the next hour, we have Francis Ann Solomon, fresh off of the premiere. Wave to the camera. Yeah, there she is, Francis Ann. She's coming up in the next hour. But right now, I have with me two people who are doing an amazing job with young people in schools. To my left is Dr. Christian Stone, and to my right, Sophia Stone. Stone and Stone, married, brother, sister. Yes. What's going on here? Married. Ooh, nice, nice. Good morning to David, who I'm sure is looking on right now. I know you launched a program how long is it now that you've launched the Entrepreneurship in Schools program?
This is the second year it's been running. Last year was its inaugural year. It's the second year.
And tell us more about what it is and what are we celebrating in this program?
So it's a national competition for secondary school students to take part in online simulation training in entrepreneurship.
Why did you decide to do this?
Well, we talk a lot about energy in this country, but if you look at the numbers, I think 3% of people are employed in energy and over 30% are employed in small businesses. Right. And so, what we really wanted to do was bridge that gap between the theoretical work that we do in schools and the actual getting out there and doing the practical stuff. So it kind of marries the two and, makes that transition a lot easier for students.
And who best to do it than the entrepreneurs of the year? I'm rolling my eyes because we were in the same category. I do remember. Congratulations. It was a tight race. But it's all good here, all good energy here.
I thought you had us beat, to be honest.
I thought so too, but it's okay. But I know you are entrepreneurs, so you're not just talking the talk, you're walking the talk.
Right. I mean, a big part of it is that, when we started ourselves and we had just come out of university and started our own business, we made so many mistakes. Yeah. And we didn't have that actual tool to, utilize so that we could learn, without the risk that was involved with actually doing it for real. So this is the tool that we can, bring to these students, and we think it's doing a great job of actually, taking them from the classroom straight to the boardroom is what we like to say.
Nice. How does it work actually?
So schools all have the opportunity to sign up. It's about 5 students per team, and schools have up to 2 teams to register. We have 124 teams registered so far. So
is that 124 schools, or you have more teams?
No.
Multiple teams in one school?
Some schools have 2 teams, but it's 124 teams in total. So it's a lot of students. We're hoping to have over 600 participants this year, so doubled in scope from last year. And schools can still register. There's a very tiny time frame. Up until the 25th, you can register. You can just go on our website.
And let's break it down, because some teachers are probably looking on and saying, okay, what exactly happens when I register or when my school registers? What happens next?
Right. Well, it's as simple as, the school giving the names of the 5 students that will be participating and their email addresses, and it's all conducted in an online environment. So we do a random draft at the opening ceremony where 8 schools are basically put in a division, and they compete against each other on a week-to-week basis, making entrepreneurial decisions and move up and down the leaderboard. We kind of re-reference it to an entrepreneurial intercall.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah,
nice,
so I mean, it's like very competitive, and this changes over time. So by the end of it, they're really engaged. And I think.
And these are businesses that they set up themselves.
So it's an online. They compete against each other. So it's almost like competitive business simulation, in the sense that there's a CEO, there's a marketing manager, there's an HR manager, and they have to make decisions in their little group, and those decisions will be pitted against other teams' decisions. So it's really interesting.
I want to be in school again. Sounds very exciting. So is this something that you guys designed, or is it a model that you adapted?
Yeah, so I mean, when I was doing my PhD in Canada, it's something that we had used, I had used teaching there, and students were so involved in it, and I always thought, if it is we want to compete with the first world, we have to use the tools that the first world are using.
Yeah, 21st century digital tools, right?
So so we decided to bring it back. Of course, the problem is that it's pretty expensive. So I got to give a shout out to our sponsors, Shell, Free Seasons, Massey Foundation, Pricewaterhouse, and Guardian Group.
Can't forget the sponsors.
No, they're integral, because there's no way we would have been able to do this initiative without them.
That's why we keep saying, definitely. So in terms of getting involved, how can the schools get involved?
So right now they can contact us on our website, nssectt.com.
NSSEC?
TT.com.
TT.com.
Yes, I know, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's NSSECTT.com. Teachers, do you have your pens? I'm going to do it one more time. NSSEC, must have a dance in there, TT.com. And I think that stands for National Secondary Schools Entrepreneurship Competition. So if you remember the acronym, you can just get it correct. TT.com. What are some of the prizes that they win? I know everyone's going to ask that.
No, the prizes are really exciting. So we've partnered with the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business, and they're giving away 5 full scholarships, as well as a lot of partial scholarships.
But on these secondary school students?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Arthur actually launched recently their undergraduate program.
Okay.
So last year was our first batch, and I said 5 students were going to get a four-year full tuition paid scholarship.
I want to be in school
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
And also some
Congratulations.
partials as well. Yeah,
Yeah, a
thank
lot
you.
of partials.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you on the program.
Thank you for having us.
I'm thinking of sushi. I don't know why, but
We'll have to welcome you for some later.
we can talk about that. You know, Carrie's a chef, right? Carrie's a chef.
Right.
And he told me, I make great sushi, so maybe we can have some more of that.
Yeah.
This evening, you can come on and audition.
Yes.
You can audition. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Dr. Christian Stone and Sophia Stone of the NSSEC, that's the National Secondary Schools Entrepreneurship Competition. And if you're listening, you can log on to nssectt.com for more information. When we come back, we take a break. We're going to come back. Rishi has the DIY now, do it yourself. Carrie. Rishi, you see, I know you're watching. I called Carrie Rishi. You're always complaining that I'm calling you Carrie. And when we come back, Carrie has his DIY segment. Back in a moment.